Welcome everyone. Today we will be looking at the basic things that you need to know for doing prosody or scansion. Okay, so the first basic thing that you need to focus on or you need to know is syllables. Okay, what is a syllable? A syllable is a sound or a combination of sounds which can be pronounced at a time or at a single effort of the voice. Okay, it can be a word or it can be a part of the word. Clear? So the first thing you need to focus on or you need to identify is a syllable. Why? You will see in the later half of the video. So a syllable depends on the vowel sound. Okay, it depends on the vowel sound, not just the vowel but the vowel sound. I will explain what is vowel and what is a vowel sound. Okay, so the number of syllables, either it is a word or it depends on whether it is divided into several syllables, whether the word is divided into several syllables. The number of syllables in a word is equivalent to the number of vowel sounds. Okay, so it depends on the vowel sounds. So a syllable is a word or a part of the word, and a syllable is equivalent to the number of vowel sounds that are present within the word. Okay, so what is a vowel? Everyone knows in English there are 5 vowels: A, E, I, O, U. Along with that, it is important for scansion. It should be noted that W and Y, which are consonants actually, also give rise to vowel sounds U and I respectively. Okay, so in prosody they are generally taken as performing the function of vowels. Okay, they are usually called semi-vowels. Clear? So let's go back to our idea of syllables. So syllables can be monosyllabic or monosyllables. It can be disyllable, trisyllable, tetrasyllable, pentasyllable. Okay, so monosyllable is what? Monosyllable is a word which cannot be divided. Okay, a word of one syllable is called monosyllabic word. Okay, like sad. Okay, a syllable, a word which can be divided into 2 syllables will be called disyllabic. Okay, disyllabic word, because it has 2 vowel sounds. Okay, similarly trisyllabic will be will have 3 syllables. A word which is trisyllabic word will have 3 syllables. Clear? I will give you the examples over here now. Okay, so the examples of monosyllabic words are like bad, sad, out, run. Because what do we have? We have only one syllable. Okay, we have only one syllable based on what? Based on only one vowel. We have only one vowel in these words. That's why it cannot be broken. It cannot be broken into other syllables. Okay, so here in bad we have one syllable, A, and that's why it cannot be broken. Similarly in sad, similarly in out, and we do have 2 syllables, 2 vowels over here, but what we have? We have only one vowel sound. Okay, similarly in run we have only one vowel over here, vowel sound. Okay, let's move on to disyllabic words. Examples of disyllabic words. Here you will see how the syllables are broken. Clear? Here, glowing. Okay, glowing. So it is broken here like glow hyphen ing, glowing. Clear? Similarly, curfew. Curfew is broken into cur, cur hyphen few. Okay, so the main word is glow, and ing. Here we have the suffix. Suffix have another vowel sound or vowel over here. So two vowels. Similarly, curfew. In curfew we have two syllables. Cur, cur. In that we have one vowel. And next we have few. We have e. Clear? Similarly, in unheard he together, followed by heavy, heavy. Okay, heavy is broken into hev hyphen y. Clear? So this is the disyllabic. Clear? Similarly, we have trisyllabic words. In trisyllabic words, what we have? We have delightful. Okay, delightful. Delightful is broken into d, light, full. D hyphen light hyphen full. Similarly, unkindly, un hyphen kind hyphen ly. I have told you that y is a semi-vowel, and that's why, and it is treated, it makes vowel sounds, that's why it is treated as a vowel in case of prosody. Clear? Similarly, we have tetrasyllabic. Tetrasyllabic words. One example of that is melancholy. Okay, melancholy. Mel, an, col, y. mel hyphen an hyphen chol hyphen y. Clear? Similarly, what do we have? We have pentasyllabic words. One example of that pentasyllabic word is melodramatic. melodramatic. It is mel hyphen o hyphen dra hyphen ma hyphen tic. Clear? So these are the basic things that you need to know for scansion. Okay, first you have to divide the syllables. Okay, you have to find when a passage is being given to you. When a passage is given to you, what you have to do? You have to first break the syllables. Okay, if possible. Similarly, you can have hexasyllabic, heptasyllabic, and more than that, the words can be called polysyllabic. Okay, so let's repeat what it is. When you have a word which can be divided into 3 syllables, it is called trisyllabic. Okay, when it is divided into 2 syllables, it is called disyllabic. When it cannot be divided into more than 1 syllable, it has only 1 syllable, it is called monosyllabic. Similarly, for 4 syllables, what you have? You have tetrasyllabic. For 5 syllables, you have pentasyllabic. Okay. Next thing that you have to focus on is you need to know over here is the accent or unaccent mark. Okay, see over here, the accent mark is like this or like this. Okay, it is given like this or like this. Clear? The accent mark. Accent mark falls on the vowel sounds on which the pressure falls. Okay, or the stress falls. I will come to that in the later videos. Okay, so accent falls on the syllables or the vowel sounds of the syllables where there is stress, where there is this stress of pronunciation. And opposite to that, the unaccent mark is like U. Okay, so this mark, the unaccent mark, falls on what? It falls on the syllables or the vowel sounds of the syllables where there is no stress. Okay, no stress that falls. What we find here is that we have to first divide the words in this manner, in whatever way it is possible, whether pentasyllabic or trisyllabic or disyllabic, and after that what we have to find where the stress marks falls, okay, or the accent mark falls. Clear? So any line will have 2 marks, accent or unaccent. Clear? I will tell you how what are the process, what are the rules of marking accent. Okay, let's move on to the names. Okay, names of the feet. Okay, names of the foot or names of the feet. Okay, so what is that? The very first one that you need to know, you can obviously interchange for knowing. When a word or when a foot has one unaccent syllable in the beginning followed by an accent syllable, then what will happen? This foot will be called an iambus. Okay, or the adjective of iambus is iambic. I will repeat. If a foot, what is a foot? I will come to that. Okay, so let us see that one syllable or a line has first it has an unaccent mark. The first syllable has an accent mark and it is followed by an accent mark. Okay, then what that foot will be called? Those two things side by side will be called iambus. Okay, or iambic. Clear? Similarly, if the first syllable is accented and the second syllable is unaccented, then it will be called trochee. Trochee. The adjective of trochee is trochaic. Okay, so the first one, what I have said, if the first syllable is unaccented and it is followed by a syllable which is accented, okay, then it is iambus. First unaccent, then accent, then it is iambus. Clear? The completely opposite of that is trochee. If it is accent in the beginning, okay, the first one is accented followed by an unaccented syllable, then it becomes what? It is a trochee. Clear? So these are disyllabic. These are for disyllabic ones. Okay, disyllabic foot. Okay. A question is already lurking in your mind, which is, what is a foot? Okay, this question might be answered in a simple way. Okay, a foot comprises of 2 or 3 syllables. Okay, the number of neither accented nor unaccented syllable does not exceed 2. Okay, so what we find here is that a foot may be disyllabic or trisyllabic, but in the case of trisyllabic foot, the unaccented syllable is 1. Clear? So what we find here is that there are monosyllabic foots also, which is an exception. So a foot comprises of 2 or 3 syllables. Okay, so we are dealing with disyllabic foot now. So within disyllabic foot, when there is an accented syllable followed by an unaccented syllable, then it is called a trochee. Okay, when there is an accented syllable followed by an unaccented syllable, it is called a trochee. Okay, and when there is an unaccented syllable followed by an accented one, it is called iambus, or the adjective is iambic. Similarly, what do we have? When both the syllables are accented, it is called spondy. When both the syllables are unaccented, side by side obviously, it is called pyrrhic. Pyrrhic. Okay, you have to have side by side. Okay, so when both the syllables are accented, then the foot is called spondy. Okay, the foot that these two are making, these two syllables are making together, is called spondy. And when both the syllables are unaccented, okay, the foot is called pyrrhic. Clear? Okay, let's move on to trisyllabic foot, okay, or trisyllabic feet. Okay, in a foot of 3 syllables, the number of accented syllable is only 1 and not more than that. Okay, and as you can see over here, the first one that I am going to speak on is anapaste. Okay, so in anapaste, the adjective of anapaste is anapastic. Okay, so when you have 2 unaccented syllables, I repeat, 2 unaccented syllables followed by an accented syllable, the foot is called anapaste. Okay, so when 2 unaccented syllables are followed by 1 accented syllable is called anapaste. Clear? The opposite of that is dactyl. Okay, when 1 accented syllable is followed by 2 unaccented syllables. Okay, when 1 accented syllable is followed by 2 unaccented syllables, it is called, the foot is called dactylic, and the adjective it is called dactyl, or it can also be called dactylic. Okay, the adjective is dactylic. The last one of the trisyllabic feet is amphibrate. Okay, or amphibrate. AMPHIBRACH. Okay, in this foot, what we have? We have an unaccented syllable followed by an accented syllable, then it is followed by an unaccented syllable. Okay, so the middle one will be accented one. Clear? So you can see over here anapaste, unaccent, unaccent, accent, dactyl, accent, unaccent, unaccent, amphibrate, we have unaccent, accent, unaccent. Okay, so these are the divisions, these are the types of foot. Okay, in disyllabic and trisyllabic. Okay, so as some of you have asked about what is iambic pentameter, how it comes, I will give you an example of that. As you can see already, what is an iambic pentameter? Okay, or what is iambic pentameter? So as I have spoken on iambus or iambic, the foot being iambic, what we need to have? In order to have an iambic foot, we need to have an unaccented syllable followed by an accented syllable. Okay, so in this line, the curfew tolls the knell of parting day. What I have done first? I have first divided the syllables. Okay, divided all the words into syllables. So curfew became curfew. Okay, and another one is parting, parting. Okay, so followed by that, I have put on stress marks. I have put on stress marks on all these things. I will explain you what are the rules in a different video lesson. Okay, so I have put on stress marks on this one, this one, this one, this one, this one, obviously followed by the rules. Okay, then the other ones are unaccented. Clear? And if I look into this line, I can see, or you can also see, that if I divide the lines with a formation of disyllabic, it becomes even. Okay, each foot, this one, these two syllables together becomes 1 foot. Okay, and this becomes an even one. Okay, and so I have divided this into a group of 2 syllable feet. Clear? Or 2 syllable foot. Okay, so this is 1 foot, the second foot, the third foot, fourth, and the fifth one. Clear? Fifth foot over here. Clear? So what do we have? We have 5 foots. And what do we have? We have an iambus. Okay, or iambic meter. We have 1 iambic meter, 2 iambic meter, 3 iambic meter, 4 iambic meter, and the fifth one is also iambic. Clear? Because it is an accent followed by an accent. Clear? That's why it is iambic. And as we have 5 feet, okay, 5 foots, what we have, then it is, that's why it is, the meter is pentameter. So the line is iambic pentameter. Have you understood? As every foot is iambic, and there are 5 foots over here, that's why it is iambic pentameter. While you will do your scansions, you will get a passage of 4 to 5 lines. Okay, so you might have a question that if there would have been 4 feet, then it would have been iambic tetrameter. Okay, if this one was not present, then it would have been iambic tetrameter. Iambic pentameter is because 5 foots. Clear? A question might arise in your mind that if one of these foot was not iambic, okay, it had another one, either spondy or pedic or the trochaic, okay, the trochaic, then what would this line had been? Would this had been iambic still then? The naming of the line or the naming of the passage depends on the dominant foot. Okay, you have to find out the dominant foot, and the naming of the passage, as you will have in your exams, you will have passages, not lines. Okay, you will have 5 to 6 lines or 4 to 5 lines. Okay, so you have to find the dominant foot in that line, whether it is iambic or trochaic, okay, or anapastic or dactylic or whatever it may be. Okay, so you have to find the dominant foot, and the passage will be called depending on that dominant foot, whether it is iambic or trochaic, it doesn't matter. Okay, so if one of these foots had a trochaic or a spondy or a pedic or whatever it might be, one of these 3, still it would have been iambic pentameter. Okay, with 1 variation. Clear? So it would still have been iambic pentameter because other 4 is iambic, or would have been iambic. The other 4 would have been iambic. That's why the dominant meter is iambic. Okay, and that's why it would still have been iambic pentameter if there was a variation over here. Clear? Similarly, for passages for your exam, you have to find out the dominant meter. Okay, the dominant foot over there. Clear? And the naming would be based on that. I will explain those things in other classes. Okay, thank you.